Hello everyone, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Count Silver, and today we are back with more Corpse Factory. The last time we played, we helped Shinya out with his problem that he was having with his, we're just gonna call it a dilemma in the office space, because that's what it really was. I'm not gonna elaborate any further on that. And we also made a final deal with this boy right here, Kenji. Not Kenji. Is it? No, it's Koji. My bad. Koji. And so we are basically in cahoots with him now. He knows that we're Corpse Girl, and he doesn't seem to care too much, and his business is his own. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started today. And we have just gotten back from making said deal in the park, so we're back home now. It's pretty late by the time I get back home. I'm completely wiped out. That conversation with Kojiro took way more out of me than I would have guessed. My entire mouth feels parched and dry, probably due to a combination of nervousness and talking far too much. I'm happy I'm happy with the end result. That meeting was worth stepping out of my comfort zone for. I'll wait for Kojiro to come back to me about the abandoned factory. Once we secure a location like that, our real work will begin. I figured that I should turn in for the night since I need to be at the office in the morning. But the ever-present tug of curiosity pulls at my sleeve, and I feel myself being drawn to my laptop. I take a quick look for a new request, just a peek. Laptop open and logged in, I feel a surge of endorphins slug me across the face when I see the notification for one new request. Squealing like an overly excited schoolgirl, I open the message and view the details. Request details. Today, 6:02 p.m. local time. Victim's phone. Blah, blah, blah. Downloading image attachment. Oh, it's go time. The photo loads almost instantly and fills the screen. A woman middle-aged with a stern expression, well-groomed and dressed in business attire. And immediately familiar. Katomi Ida. I'm in complete disbelief. Seeing this request come through the site gives me a disorienting sense of deja vu. I rack my brain for the cause, wondering if I've lived this moment before. The answer hits me quickly despite my mind's exhaustion. Katomi Ida isn't the first coworker of mine to have her death requested. Though I didn't know at the time, Akane Tsurumaki also worked in my building, and her death was requested not all that long ago. Katomi Ida marks the second person to be wanted dead within my company, and she's an exec, just like Tsurumaki. And remember who requested her death? It was Tomoe. So I wonder if we told Tomoe that something was going on with Shinya, and I wonder if she confronted him about it, and he finally spilled the beans about what was going on. And I wonder if she did this request as well. I wonder if this is simply a coincidence. It surely has to be. After all, Tomoe confessed that she was the one to request Tsurumaki's death, and she seemed to regret doing so. Therefore, I have to doubt that she'd go on to upload Katomi Ida's photo to the site, unless she found out about what was going on. So, who could want Katomi Ida dead? She isn't the most likable person, but who really is? She deals with the juniors on my floor on a regular basis. The juniors, like me, Tomoe, Shinya. Shinya. That's right. Thanks to Katomi, Shinya's prospects at the company are dead in the dirt, and that's before even diving into the true issue, their current relationship. Would he request her death as retribution? He doesn't seem like the type, but... I let out a sigh. I'm far too tired to run through the myriad possibilities tonight. I don't think I can bring my weary fingers to navigate into the database of the deceased to start on this request. I'll tackle this tomorrow. No matter the reasons behind the request, Katomi Ida will receive a corpse photo. That's my conviction as Corpse Girl after all. I close the lid of my laptop and throw myself down on the bed, begging for sleep to calm me down quickly. Claim me quickly, not calm me down. I think it's Tomoe. I think Tomoe requested the death.
I need to talk to you. What's with that look? Got something up your ass?
Always.
Come on, just follow me.
I grab Tomoe's wrist and guide her away from the labyrinth of desk and into the elevator waiting patiently for us. Are we gonna tell her about what was going on? We emerge from the double doors into the lobby. The place is quiet and nearly empty. It offers significantly more privacy than the crowded 14th floor.
God, your fingers are bony. You're pinching me.
Well, I am sorry. Jesus.
Sorry.
Yeah, God. I let go of her wrist and she rubs it gingerly against her clothes.
Anyway, what's up?
I hesitate for a moment. Even though I ran through the scenario in my head during the train ride, I'm still anxious about playing it out now. But this situation involves Tomoe, either directly or indirectly. As my friend, she needs to know.
I think Corpse Girl is going to target Kotomi Ida.
What? Why would you? I thought we were talking about what we found last night. Or the night before. Why would we say this? Why? How do you know this?
Eh?
Exactly, eh?
Did you get one of them photos?
Not yet. Her reaction is fairly indifferent. I thought after being involved in Tsurumaki's death, this news would be more of an impact on her.
Well, no, I don't think so, but...
Hold on, just 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to get a bottle of water, my mouth was dry.
How do you know that?
Exactly, how, like, she's telling on herself. All the time, she is telling on herself. Every chance she gets, she's like, I gotta spill my beans.
That's hard to explain. Just bear with me.
It's really not.
Kotomi and Shinya had a falling out. Because of her, his career here is at an end. I'm sure he told you about it. Yep.
That makes sense. Shinya would confide in his girlfriend about his career, but I don't know the extent of Tomoe's inside knowledge. I doubt she knows the true nature of their relationship, judging by how nonchalant her reaction has been so far.
So, if you can kind of guess what I'm getting at? What? I think maybe that Shinya requested her death. Shinya? Nah, he don't have it in him.
That's kind of what I thought.
Besides, that bitch has it coming.
God, Tomoe is such a savage. She does not care.
She does?
But I agree, though.
Yep. I'm surprised you found out about it, but... I plugged her photo into Corpse Girl's website yesterday.
I knew it was her. I knew it was her. I'm stunned. I can hardly formulate a response to Tomoe's confession.
Absolute skank. She deserves to die.
Sheesh. She does not care. This is my favorite character. I think I've expressed this before, but she is my favorite character. She just does not care.
But why? After you requested Akane Tsurumaki's death, why would you... Look, it's not about Shinya's career, alright? I spoke with him. Real deep and meaningful, like.
Yeah, I got down to the nitty-gritty.
He confided in me. But since we're friends, I suppose I can share it with you. Kotomi Ida has been sexually assaulting him.
Wow, you said that loud and proud. I know, because I saw it happen.
Seriously?
Don't say seriously like you don't know, because then if he mentions it to her that you walked in on them before it happened, she's gonna know then. I feign a surprised reaction. In reality, I'm just more taken aback that Shinya actually confessed to Tomoe.
It's been going on for months, he says. And now she's fucked his career up, so
Months?
he has no choice but to leave the company. He leaves, and she gets off free without anyone finding out about what she's been doing to him.
Oh, she's crying. I feel bad now.
I hate her so fucking much.
Don't worry, girl. I got you. I try to digest Tomoe's words. I didn't know that Shinya has been putting up with the abuse for such a long time. I was about to say, this was going on before his career was being threatened. So Kotomi's motives for ending his career was purely out of self-interest. He was probably looking for a reason, any reason, to discard him, and that slight incident with Aoi was just good enough for her to seize. If he quits the company, she won't get found out. It's a simple plan, but utterly devious.
We should tell someone what she's been doing. She can't get away with that. She ain't gonna get away with it. Corpse Girl's coming for her, remember?
Oh, Lord.
I can't wait to hear the news about Kotomi winding up dead somewhere. I hope she gets her throat slit.
Oh, she's a psycho, but like in a good way.
Yeah.
You know it's bad when she's freaking Noriko out. She's like, haha, yeah. Oh god.
But hey, how'd you find out about it?
Tomboy cocks her head and gives me a concerned look. I brace myself as I watch the gears slowly turning inside her head, waiting for her to point the finger at me. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to reveal this information to Tomoe. I should have just kept my mouth shut and fulfilled the request like always. She cannot help but tell on herself. And again, she was like, oh, I wonder who requested it. I put that together, 2 and 2 so quickly. Like, my God, just think a little. Damn it. Why does my curiosity always get the better of me? I'm going to cause my own demise at the rate I'm going.
Oh, I figured it out.
But judging by the way she said that, I'm assuming she doesn't know that we are her.
Kotomi must have received a photo and told you about it, huh? Wow, that corpse girl sure works fast.
Haha, yeah. Tomoe's gleeful expression suddenly caves in as she gasps.
Wait a minute. Why would she even show you something like that?
Yeah, the gears are turning too quick.
When I think about it, there was that time you got a photo, but nothing happened to you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Then, the only way you could have really known about Kotomi is...
I flinch as Tomoe takes a purposeful step towards me.
You're corpse girl, aren't you?
No way.
You have to be. It's the only thing that makes sense.
I avert my gaze and look to the floor in silence.
God, are you for real?
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
You took your sweet time figuring it out.
How could she have known? Like, genuinely.
Don't give me that bullshit. You can't expect me to figure out something like that if you're gonna try so hard to hide it.
Well, she isn't trying too hard because of what she just pulled.
What the fuck, girl? You get your rocks off by killing people?
She does, actually.
No, not exactly. I don't kill people.
Not me personally.
The hell you don't! Explain that bitch Tsurumaki.
She killed herself.
Yeah, she killed herself. That's the cover-up, right?
No, she legitimately did.
I'm serious. She killed herself. But Corpse Girl encouraged her to do it.
Tomoe blinks a few times, her face scrunching up and analyzing my blank expression.
You're telling the truth.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I can't believe this. You're really Corpse Girl?
There's no going back now. After hiding my true identity for nearly a year, I've managed to reveal it to 2 people in less than 24 hours. I just hope I haven't made a fatal mistake.
It's true. I'm Corpse Girl.
Me personally, I would say it was, but you know, to each their own. Like, it's like once she actually gets it out there, it's not a big deal to me with people like her. But when it comes to the overarching, more people knowing, the worse it is, I think that's not a good idea. I can't tell if that's like a crazy laughter or like a, like, you go girl.
Wow, fuck me, right? All
Yeah.
this time I've been thinking you're just some goth skank with weird hobbies.
I know, and now I'm a goth skank with weird hobbies, and I'm Corpse Girl.
But you're actually pretty fucking cool. You're actually doing something with your life.
Thank you?
Huh? I thought you'd be angry with me.
Angry? Why would I be angry? God, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me.
See, I knew Tomoe was chill like that. I knew it.
Friends with fucking Corpse Girl. And people said I'd never amount to nothing.
I mean, you know, it's something.
Though it took me long enough to figure it out. I ain't the sharpest light bulb in the shed.
Ah, ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
I can't argue with that.
Noriko. Tomoe laughs and puts her arm around my shoulder. I shrink away a little, but her good cheer is somewhat infectious. I feel a flood of relief wash through my body.
So, like, I gotta know. How many people have you killed?
How many people has she killed? Like 4?
I said I don't kill people, remember?
Yeah, you know what I mean. How many have offed themselves because of you?
It's an embarrassingly small number.
That's so? Oh, that's a shame.
I'm working on it.
Listen, you gotta fill me in on all the juicy deets later, Kay. For now, please focus on getting rid of that bitch Kotomi.
I got you, girl.
I'll do my best.
Thanks, slut. Shinya and I will owe you one for sure.
Don't tell Shinya. Tomoe swings around and looks toward the elevator. She turns back and gives a thumbs up gesture.
This convo never happened. Got it?
That's my line. You can't tell anyone about me and Corpse Girl.
Not even Shinya.
Please. Who would I tell?
Shinya.
Well, the police, for starters?
Fuck 'em. I ain't a squealer.
She's the goat.
I'm on your side, Corpse Girl. Relax. Anyway, peace.
Tomoe ducks away and leaves me standing alone. I really hope I made the right decision here. I suppose I don't have a choice but to keep moving forward. My first order of business should be to take care of Kotome Ida. If I can get her to kill herself, it'll prove to Tomoe that I'm not messing around, and it might cement our friendship even further. I just had to get through the rest of the workday. Then I can return home and focus on crafting Katomi's corpse photo. That's when the real fun will begin. What if it doesn't work though? I'm not gonna lie, she seems like she has an iron will. Like, a photo is not gonna cause her to change her mind about certain things. This might be when we introduce the real corpses, you know what I mean? Like, this will be a good time too. It's like, oh, we gotta make this work. We try again, you know? But this time with a real corpse. I reach into the drawer and clutch a cheap plastic burner phone between my fingers. Crafting the photo of Kotome Ida is done. All I need to do now is send it. I thought about waiting until tomorrow, but I already put off making the photo for a day, so I'll make my move tonight. During editing, I timestamped the photo with tomorrow's date, 10:46 a.m. It doesn't leave much time if Kotome receives the photo tonight, but I'm confident the plan will be effective. Kotome will look at the photo tonight. She'll either freak out and end it all immediately, or, after a sleepless night of anxiety, she'll pull the trigger, figuratively speaking, instead of going to the office in the morning. I could cross my fingers and hope that my divine intervention, someone else will take her life, but based on my recent failures, I don't think that's likely anymore. If anyone else has ever involved in the deaths of Corpse Girl's victims, I don't think they're still around. Why else would my last few attempts have failed? No, my best bet is to urge Kotome to simply kill herself. A convincing enough corpse photo might be enough to lure her to her death. When I turn on the burner phone, I'm happy to see the battery is still charged. I load up the phone number masking app, enter my trademark digits, and then shoot the photo into the network. I thought you were using a flip phone. What photo masking app, or phone number masking app would you even have? If Kotome is a screen addict like the rest of society, she'll be freaking out in about 10 seconds. Since this victim is going to have a quick turnaround time, I'll take the burner to the back shed tonight to store it, and I'll ditch it on the way to the office tomorrow. I'm not expecting a reply within such a narrow time frame. There's no need to hold onto the phone for 24 hours like I normally do. Clutching the phone with one hand, I grab my keys from the kitchen bench with the other. I step toward the front door. Oh! The phone in my hand vibrates violently and I nearly drop it in terror.
What the?
She actually responded. I bring the screen swiftly to my face and read the alert. One new message. Without thinking, I unlock the phone and open the message. It's a reply from Kotome Ida. You think this is funny? I know who you are. I'll report you to the police.
Oh my god.
She's so happy about this information. Holy shit. She actually replied. For the first time ever, Corpse Girl started her grand work. I've actually received a reply from a victim. Oh god. I didn't mean to slap the shit out of my microphone. Even though I used the number mask, there's actually nothing stopping someone from directly replying to my message. A reply message will still get sent through the network and back to the burner phone's SIM card. The number mask is simply a stealth tactic, disabling the ability to view what the phone number actually is. It doesn't prevent replies. I discard the burner phones anyway, but it's an extra layer of security, not to mention a bit of a calling card. Judging by Katomi's response, I assume we have a fighter on our hands. She's not going to give in easily. Her threat about reporting me to the police is a bluff. I'm confident that she couldn't possibly know my identity.
I've been waiting for this. I've waited so long for someone to reply.
I mean, you can't be 100% confident that she doesn't know it's you because, I mean, look at you. If I was like, draw a picture of Corpse Girl, this would be it right here. She would be it. I can finally put my contingency plan into practice. I've been holding out for this moment. I feel a wicked grin split my face in two, and I mash my fingers against the screen as I compose a venomous reply. You like that photo? That's you in about 12 hours, unless you follow my instructions. The message sends in an instant, and I eagerly await the next reply. I'm not left waiting for long. Katomi's response comes through within seconds. Her attitude has completely changed. Please, I'll do anything. What do you want? She doesn't seem like the type to believe in this kind of stuff, but I mean, maybe. Maybe because of Tsurumaki.
I called your bluff, you piece of shit.
Oh, she is having a ball right now. She is so excited to be here.
Now you'll do what I tell you to.
What are you gonna do? I enter my instructions clearly and concisely. Pack 500,000, I assume that's yen, into a bag. Put it in a coin locker 6644 at Shinjuku Station. Retrieve the item already inside. Put the locker key inside a full soda bottle and leave it on top of the locker. What? After I send the message, I decide to add one last bit. Do it now. Make sure no one sees you. Then go to platform 12. Do not board a train. Await my instructions. Satisfied with its addendum, I hit send. If Katomi truly fears for her well-being, she'll carry out the instructions. Her response arrives shortly. Okay, I'll do it. I'm going there now.
Yes.
She's found a way to get paid to do this. I've done it. I've convinced her. I'll collect the money once I'm sure she is no longer hanging around. 500,000 yen is nothing to sneeze at. It's not life-changing, but it'll cover my rent for a good few months. I chose this amount to simply test the waters. Asking for an insane amount would make it impossible for a victim to follow through. But I figured someone like Katomi, an executive for a big company, would easily have access to this much dough. I'll go collect the money. And if everything goes well, Katomi Ito will disappear before sunrise. You've already promised her safety. How do we know this is going to work? Though the hour is late, quite a few commuters are still navigating through Shinjuku Station's wide platforms and underground labyrinth. The strange train station beneath my feet is a sprawling metropolis that extends below the city. It's packed with restaurants, shops, and other outlets. But as I'm standing on one of the countless train platforms above ground, that world might as well be a completely different dimension. The only problem is that I'll have to brave the maze as soon as I descend the platform stairs. I tend to get dizzy in such places. My normal morning routine doesn't require me to travel to the underground plaza. I'm able to exit the station within minutes of my train arriving at the platform. Still, I'm somewhat familiar with the layout of the underground. I know exactly where coin locker 6644 is located. The coin lockers in train stations like these are a popular way for people to store luggage or personal belongings for a few hours at a time. In Shinjuku, it can often be difficult to find even a single available locker. But coin locker 6644 is special. I approach it from the main passageway of the underground, and my eyes take in the familiar sight. Yeah, it looks quite special. There's the soda. Locker 6644 sits in the middle row, nestled between countless other lockers. Across its door is a thick coat of graffiti, colorful curse words sprayed on with thick paint adorn the lockers. The graffiti is such an eyesore that it acts as a deterrent to anyone who might want to store their belongings. The icing on the cake is the condition of the coin-operated lock. The thing is busted and dented from physical abuse, like someone has tried to pry into it with the crowbar on multiple occasions. However, I know from testing it firsthand that the lock still works, despite its battered appearance. No one in their right mind would use this locker, and that makes it the perfect spot to hoist my pickup. Glancing at the locker, I notice that a soda bottle sits on top of it, a soda bottle full of bubbly, opaque liquid. I quickly look around to make sure that Hitomi Ida is nowhere in sight. I walk past the locker and complete a lap around the immediate area, scanning thoroughly for her. But she isn't here. In fact, there are very few people in this little section of the station. Good, she followed my instructions perfectly. After leaving the key in the soda bottle, she left immediately. I approach the locker once more. I reach up above it and retrieve the soda bottle, then crack it open to hear the fizzy hiss. I bring the lip of the bottle to eye level and peer inside, trying to identify the shape of a key within the swirling ocean of carbonation. There it is. I try to fish inside the narrow bottle opening with my fingers. Thin though they are, I can't squeeze more than one finger inside the bottle at a time. I could tip the bottle over and let the soda and key spill out onto the floor. If someone sees me being a nuisance and causing a mess, it'll draw unwanted attention. I've got no choice but to chug back some of the soda and try to catch the key in my mouth. Oh, it's gotta be nasty. As disgusting as the concept is, I need to steel myself. I raise the bottle to my lips, tilt my head back, and pour the foul liquid into my open mouth. The saccharine tang of artificial flavoring assaults my taste buds and I immediately want to vomit. But I'm committed to seeing this through. I can throw up later. The most important thing is getting the key. It isn't until the bottle is half empty that the cold metal key drops into my mouth. It clings against my teeth and I nearly choke in surprise. Sputtering and spitting, I feel droplets of soda running down my chin. My cheeks are puffed up like a squirrel as I try to retain the key and the soda in my mouth. I reach my fingers into the pursed, tight lips and recover the tiny key. I quickly swallow down the rest of the soda in my mouth, trying hard not to release a repugnant belch. I turn the key over in my hand and smile. My sticky teeth adhere to my lips, and it makes me a few seconds to lick them clean. Tossing the soda bottle into the nearby trash can, I wipe the key clean on my skirt and quickly insert it into the coin locker. Jesus Christ. I twist the key, turn the latch, and swing the locker door open. Inside the dark vault is a single bag, a simple paper pouch like you would get at a grocery store. I pull the paper bag out and take a look inside. Thick stacks of 10,000 yen bills fill the bag. I'm not foolish enough to stand here and count it out, but I am confident the amount is at least pretty close to what I requested.
It worked. My plan worked.
Who can believe it? I can hardly believe it. I devised this contingency plan months ago. I waited so long to try it out. All I needed was somebody to reply to their corpse photo, somebody to try and reject their fate. I wanted to prove that people would bow to fear and do anything to save their own skin, and it seems that I was right.
Just one more thing to do.
I fold up the paper bag and clutch it tightly. With my free hand, I pull the burner phone out of my handbag. I compose a message to Hitomi Ida. She should be obediently waiting above ground on the train platform. When the next train arrives on your platform, stab the first person to disembark. What? You must kill them. If you escape, leave this prefecture and never return. It's done. When I first opened the coin locker and retrieved the paper bag, I immediately noticed the knife that I had placed inside months ago was missing. Hitomi followed every word of my instructions. My message had read, pack 500,000 yen into a bag, put it in a coin locker 6644 at Shinjuku Station, retrieve the item already inside. I've given Hitomi an opportunity. She can trade another's life for her own. If she kills someone exiting the train, Corpse Girl will spare her life. It's a simple exchange, and one that I bet she is willing to make. If she gets away with the murder, she'll flee from this place. I won't see her ever again, and neither will Shinya or Tomoe. To us, she'll be as good as dead. And as for Corpse Girl, well, as long as the body is claimed in exchange, she'll be satisfied. After a few minutes of waiting for a reply to the message, I figure that she's not going to write back. She's probably getting ready to fulfill her task. Keen to witness how this unfolds, I take the nearest escalator up toward the train platform. You want to see it happen? Sloppy. Sloppy. Oh, Jesus. The scene is absolute chaos. It wasn't difficult at all to navigate to this area. All I had to do was follow the echoing screams. I spy the shadowed form of a body lying on the platform in front of me. I can't make out any details, but a shallow pool of blood reflects the harsh light shining up from up high. To my surprise and delight, a second body is sprawled across the ground nearby. It's a young woman's corpse with one arm raised against the side of a vending machine. Adrenaline surges through me as the violent scene. Katomi Ida. She managed to take out 2 people. She might be my new favorite person in the entire world. I hear panicked voices in the background, and I turn my head slowly. What the? Oh, she was going wild. 2 more bodies on the ground. 2 men in expensive-looking suits are collapsed in puddles of their own lifeblood. One of the men is still moving and groaning, waiting for someone to stem this tide of gore. A familiar, lustful tingling sensation begins to stir and rise through my belly, my thighs, my pelvis. I feel my toes clench and my breathing growing heavier. There's one more surprise to be had here amidst this beautiful spectacle of carnage. Oh, she offed herself. A woman is slumped in one of the plastic chairs that lines the platform. Her head is tilted, her suit jacket stained with red. A thick knife with a black grip protrudes from the side of her neck. A bubbling river of vital fluid cascades around the glimmering blade and pools within her shirt collar. Even with her face masked by blood, it doesn't take me more than a few seconds to recognize her identity. Katomi Ida. Dead. Jeez. I just said 1. I swing around and take in the entire view of the platform, counting up the bodies in the path of slaughter. My mind pieces together a theoretical scenario. Katomi waited as the train doors opened, knife drawn, the knife she retrieved from locker 6644. When the first person stepped out of the train, she stabbed him and left him for dead. The body that I first saw, lying on the edge of the platform, is perfectly aligned next to the train to fit this theory. In a panic, Katomi would have attempted to flee. She bumped into her second victim, the young woman slumped against the vending machine, and cut her down desperately to make her escape. Judging by the wound of Katomi's own body, I would assume the 2 businessmen lying down tried to apprehend her. They must have sustained fatal wounds before finally managing to wrest the knife away and plunge it into Katomi's neck. It's all just speculation, but I'm fairly confident that's how this whole event played out. It was probably over in less than 60 seconds. And it couldn't have worked out better for me. I never dared hope that Katomi would meet her end once this plan had been set into motion. I would have been satisfied with her simply skipping town. I feel my legs weakening under my weight, and I'm afraid I might buckle at any second. The waves of radiating heat spreading through my body are causing me to tremble and shake. There's so much blood. It's everywhere. I've seen it in countless photos and thought I had become desensitized to it. But maybe I was wrong. Seeing blood in real life is completely different. I feel faint and pale and excited and aroused. I need to get out of here before the police arrive. More importantly, I need to get away before I collapse in a sweaty heap of lust and pleasure. I turn my heel and sprint down the rising escalator as fast as my quivering legs will permit. Wow. I wasn't commentating a whole lot on that because that was just a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on. So I had to talk a lot during that. Wow. That was intense. I didn't expect her to go that hard, but she did. I honestly, I took her for someone who had more constitution than that, if that's the right word. It seemed like she would be someone who would be hard to convince to do something like that, but I suppose not. I guess when you call out, she called her bluff, and she was like, "You don't know who I am, quit playing with me." And it kind of worked out. So, yeah, Noriko is not going to be fixable, unfortunately. She's too dastardly. I'm was quite the interesting episode, because not only does Tomoe know that Noriko is Corpse Girl, but also she was the one that requested the death of God, I can't even remember her name now. Of the executive, Natomi, was it? She requested her death, and she didn't even care. She was just like, I want her dead. You see what she did to my boy, so I want her dead. That was quite interesting. I'm gonna stop it right there for today, because that was really intense. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I love and appreciate every single one of you guys. I will be back soon with another part of this, so I hope you will be there, and I look forward to it with you guys. And as always, this has been Obediently Yours, Count Silver, signing off.